Hi friends, this is Fancy Nancy from FancyNancyStamps.com, and I'm here to share a new card with you today. I'm very excited. I am going to share a card with you that I made in a mystery stamping event last week, which I loved. I don't know about you guys, but I love mystery stamping. And for those of you that are novices or who have never done this before, you receive a list of paper supplies that you're going to need in order to complete the card, and then you receive step-by-step instructions. Amazingly, however, we end up with very different cards sometimes. This card was particularly fun because there was a lot of layers, and as you guys know, I love layers. And second cool thing about this card is that it's my upcoming what I call product spotlight for the month of August. I'm going to be doing lots of pretty as a peach in a million different ways, and so this was like getting a jump ahead to be ready for that. I'm just checking. This is the first time I've actually worked at trying to check my comments at the same time, and I still don't see them. Darn it. Well, at some point I'm going to figure that out. Anyway, you guys know that I really focus hard on my class or my card while I'm teaching it to you, and I really hesitate to look up at comments until it's all over, and then I read through them. So first of all, big welcome. Second of all, today is the last Thursday of the month. That means my card classes are going out tomorrow, and you know I have two separate classes. One is my online card class and one is my in color club, and we'll be talking about that throughout the day because throughout this class because Sweet as a Peach is going to kind of sneak in there for the month of August. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we're going to do here. So I've got my ingredients here. I'd already told you that Sweet as a Peach is going to be my number one. I always get that glare on it. Is going to be my my stamp set that I'm going to use today. I am not going to be using any dies today. That's not part of this card. So we're going to use 3 ink colors. We're going to use our Pale Papaya and our Calypso Coral because I like the combination of those two to make my peaches, and Old Olive. But interestingly enough, I have really chosen a different designer series paper for this card. Really, I chose hues of the blue with the peach on it, but it just looks so beautiful to throw in that Old Olive that I had to do it. So let me just show you what we're going to do, and it's going to be fun. So let's just get it moving. Well, it's Thursday, and first of all, I should throw out an apology for Tuesday. I am in the process of selling a travel trailer, and I think it's sold. Yay! But the credit union that's financing that sale chose 4 o'clock to call me with lots and lots of questions, and unfortunately, I took the call. Big mistake, but I know it's not a big mistake. I'm glad I did because it's sold. So we'll just keep working on that. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is our Calypso Coral that I've cut to 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to fold that in half to create our wonderful card base. You know, it's been a while since we've had a fun fold, so you know I got to be working on one of those real quick. Okay. And I use the bone folder. Remember, that's a tool that you need for your toolbox. So be sure and get yourself a nice bone folder. And I've already told you I chose this beautiful blue. This is our balmy blue with our peaches, and I'm going to put that on. It's cut at 4 by 5.25. Ooh, I didn't even see the back side yet. That's cool too. All day I've been working on my card classes, so I'm here to shout. This has been a long day. But tomorrow I can play, so that's okay. All right, we have another piece of vellum, And to be honest with you, I'm going to sit here and look at it and say I'm just not sure. So why don't we pull out the ruler? And my ruler tells me that it's 3 1/4. It must be by 4 1/2. Yep, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And you know that if you put tape on the back of vellum, it's going to show through. So I'm thinking this card through. I know that my next layer is this piece of green. So if I put my tape through the center, it's not going to show because it will be covered. So that tells you what I'm going to do next. There's my piece of tape. And I'm just, again, looking, placing. There we go. Maybe if you have it, as my granddaughters always refer to as eagle eye, you can spot where that piece of tape is. But not to worry. I've taken a piece of old olive cardstock, and it's cut at 2 by 5 1/4, and I have used my and I believe it's a Tasteful Touches die to make this lovely bumpy little design for my cardstock. I can't get enough texture and enough layers. I love that. So I'm going to put this on right in the middle. There we go. Then I've chosen some I better get that ruler out again. The Balmy Blue, and this piece is cut at 2 5/8 by looks like 3 7/8, which then means my designer series paper is going to just be an 1/8 smaller. So we have 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. So let's put those together. This is so much fun. Also, I have not used this cool coral stripe yet, and I do love that. I am using my regular seal, Stampin' Seal, which I love. I'm not totally convinced yet on the Stampin' Seal Plus, but Stampin' Seal, love it. Okay, put that on. And I want to add some old olive ribbon. And this ribbon is very, very soft, very pliable. It's a chevron weave. And I'm going to put that towards the bottom because I'm going to need some space here for my sentiment. But all I want really is just to add, yes, another layer. So I'm going to just put this on, and I'm just going to tie a basic knot. I don't need anything more than that. Make sure I hold this tight. I'm not sure I'm doing that right now because my fingers have just completely lost the product. Yes, indeed. Don't you hate when that happens? I have lots of jokes about my chubby fingers, so we'll come back and we will trim that in a minute. I've got ribbon scissors that I need to grab to do that really nicely. I've also cut a starburst. I love this starburst, and I'm sorry it's been retired, but I can't retire it for mine because I like things that just create just that little color edge around my white circle. So guess what? We're just going to use that and be happy. And I'm going to lay that down, and I'm going to lay it towards the top of my piece of paper because I told you I've got a sentiment that I want to put here. So let's just do that. And we can go ahead and put that on. Is this looking fun or is this looking fun? I'm telling you, it's cool. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Kind of put a little at the bottom. Oof. I don't like my knot here. Might be untying it one more time. There we go. So now I've got this and I've got this. Let's do a little stamping. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do a happy birthday, and I want to do that in my Pretty as Peach because it is Pretty as Peach. So I'm going to use the Calypso Coral for a nice bright feel. And I'm going to cut around this, so I don't need to take up too much paper, but I want to have room enough to cut that sentiment. So we've got that, and I probably left my other scissors at the table too. As I said, I've been working on classes all day. I also want to stamp a little something on this, and I want to do some of these peaches. And I'm just thinking how I best do my peach. I think I know. I didn't plan it this way, but I'm just about to change, just to do it. We'll come back to this piece here in a minute. I don't want the whole peach to show, but I want some of the peach to show. So let's stamp this up. And with our dauber, let's add a little of the Calypso. I put it in my pale papaya first. Now I'm going to just stamp a little bit of my pretty Calypso Coral through this. I think that'll be really pretty. And I'm just gonna, it's gonna kind of go off the edge. So let's see how that turned out. Oh yeah. That's pretty. That's what I wanted. You can set these aside, and another piece I didn't pull out of here, and I think I want it, is I want this, the leaves. They're going to go off the edge too, but that's okay, because I just want them to be there. Okay. Boy, am I having my issues today. Okay, let's try it, and let's do that with the Old Olive. Okay, so we have that. So you guys can pretty much guess that I'm going to put this nummy nummy right here, and I want to tip it. Might want to tip it more this. I'm going to redo it. It's just not the way I want it at all. So let's try it again. Oh, peoples. Some days are just like that. You can look and you can just try to put it all together. I'm going to do my nice dip in the pale papaya and sponge with the Calypso Coral. But this time I'm going to put this in first, because it will make me happier. Well, Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Oh, the joy of photopolymer stamps. All right. Little huff. Never hurt anybody. Indeed, we got it. So that piece is done, and I can pull that off because I'm going to need that in a minute. And let's just put it right there. So I'll put a little, please tell me I did it. Alrighty. And then back to that piece of paper where I had the, and I've got to grab my other scissors, so hold on. So let's do this little greeting, or this happy little greeting, I guess. hear motion upstairs. That must mean the husband is home from work. This was not supposed to be a good day, so I've just been working away, avoiding any calls to the office. Just days like that. I remember it well. Alrighty, so let's talk for a minute while I'm just doing this last little cutting out about those clubs. Remember that my In Color Club is a 5-month commitment. Each month we celebrate a different color of the In Color series until you've collected them all. You receive, it's $43 to have it shipped to your home, and if you do porch pickup, you can get it for $35. Is that right? 43? Yes, $35. And in that packet, you will find a ream of the color that we're celebrating for the month, which in August is going to be Pale Papaya. And you can also get you get the ink pad, a re-inker, and Stampin' Blends, which is, you know, wonderful because we all love our Stampin' Blends. And you also get a stamping kit in which with everything you need to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. And those cards, ooh, I'm going to just do that because it brings out the, see, now I could scooch up that little ribbon. Oh well. If it isn't something else. All right, these are my, get them where you can see them. I have one wonderful set of scissors that I use only for ribbon. And they don't look like any other pair of scissors in the house. And God help the person who takes this pair of scissors to do anything else other than cut ribbon. Life could become a little shorter. Maybe I should put it down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it down there. And I'm going to use my smallest, my baby, as I call them, dimensionals. I don't know what we did before we got these. I've said that many times before. These sizes of these, the smaller ones, is way more important to me than having black or white. I can tell you that. But there's a good reason to have black and white ones too. Boy, I am really working off the screen today, aren't I? Let's just see if I can adjust this just slightly. So sorry. All right, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to kind of take it off the edge because it makes it more interesting. Okay, this is looking good, but we've got to do something on the inside too, guys. So let's take a look at what we can do. Let me just put that aside for now. I have cut a piece of Balmy Blue to 4 by 5 1/4, and then just 1/8 of an inch difference. So it's going to be 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it's perfect. Let's take a look at what we could do to just have fun. I already took my leaves off. Sometimes when you just put them on the way I just did, you stretch them out. So I don't want to make sure that I don't really do that. And I'm going to use my Old Olive. Kind of want to put it around the corner there like that. Use my Old Olive stamp pad. Ink it up a little. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm going to go back to these peaches that I took off of this one. And I've got to kind of get a feel for where these go before I ink it up. Yep, I think it's just like that. So let's go back to the pale papaya. Let's grab a little of our Calypso coral and kind of catch the sides. Let's see what we get here. I know I'm gonna like this. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, we did our sentiment on the outside in coral. I think I'm going to do it again. This one, I put it already together, and it says, "Hope your day is sweet as a peach." That's fun. So let's just put that right up here. Oh, this is looking fun. So we'll just add this to that blue background piece. And we'll put that on the inside. We're gonna love this card. I can feel it. Oops, I feel like I got a few more of these in my future. But, you know, next month it's all about peaches. There we go. There we go. What do you guys think? We're all done. It's a happy birthday card with peaches and beautiful colors. All right. One last thing I want to tell you. I already told you about my In Color Club. Usually I need to know by the second Wednesday of the month, and it ships on the third Friday. And my online card club, you tell me you're interested by, is that right? Excuse me, the second Wednesday for the online card, and it ships by the third Friday. The third Wednesday of the month, you must tell me about if you want to be in the online card club. My online card club is a doozy because you get $20 to $25 worth of product each month. And realize that you were just looking at my hands. And you also get another card kit, from which you can make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs, and they are always beautiful. There's a PDF that goes with them each time. That particular class is $36 a month. It is a subscription. You belong to it as long as you want to, until you say, well, I think I have enough. In each case, I use a stamp set that I make available to you at about an 18% discount. So you can choose to use your own stamps, or you can choose to buy the set as well. So it's a great way to collect great merchandise as well as beautiful stamps and dies. And just let me say, I'm here for you. I'd love to have you as a customer. When you go to my blog, you will find that there will be links to my Shop With Me, as well as sign up for my email list. Everything is there. I'd like to get to know you better. One very last thing. It's still Summer Shenanigans. And for those of you that are watching this video, be sure and tell me you're here. Say hello so that I can give you credit and put an entry into the Summer Shenanigans. If you attend a class, either face-to-face or online, you get an entry into Summer Shenanigans. If you have an order of $50 or more, you get an entry into Summer Shenanigans. I draw on the 20th of the month during July, August, and September, and all of the entries go into the bucket on the last day of summer, in which I will draw for a $50 gift certificate in my store. And wow, who doesn't want that? So be sure and let me know you're here. Generally, this video, I also put them on YouTube the next day. Tomorrow I'm going to be visiting my brother, so it won't happen tomorrow, but I bet it'll happen on Saturday. So stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you, and I'll be back on Tuesday, I'm pretty darn sure. And and I'll have something fun for you then. I think it's time for me to be looking at a fun fold card. So let's get ready and see you then. Have a great evening. Bye.